Hi everyone, this is Mary Blue Angel, and I am back with the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities demo. We are currently on day 3, and it's Wednesday, and we're just waking up, so let's see what our character is going to get up to today. Who the... Your eyes shot open to the sound of someone banging on the doors downstairs. With bleary sight, you look towards your phone. 6:04 a.m. Not Florian, then. I'm getting up. The banging on the door continued. It got louder the closer you became. Stranger, too, because it sounded less like someone's fist and more like a hunk of metal. My instinct would be to run, to be honest. I'm coming. No need to break the door down. Hello. A knight? My lady, I humbly kneel before you as both protector and servant. From this day forth, my life is yours to command. I, Dame Lucille de Rosario of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear an oath upon my honor and my blade. No harm shall come to you while I yet draw breath. Your enemies shall be mine, your struggles mine to shoulder. What the hell? I love the outfit. I love the purple also we're getting. It's matching with our pajamas. The mysterious knight lifted her head, looking directly towards you, you thought. It was hard to tell with the whole helmet thing going on. Even if it shall cost me my life, I shall stand by your side. I ask for nothing in return but the chance to serve a worthy cause. By my oath, I shall be your steadfast shield and your loyal sword. Huh? I mean, I love it. At 6 in the morning. I think you have the wrong person. I appreciate it, but, I think you might have the wrong person. Nay, my lady, fate itself has brought the two of us together. Who else could it be but you? The suit of armor rises, straightening out to stand taller than you. I think I might still be a little confused. I understand trust does not come easily. Please rest easy, my lady, for I shall prove myself worthy of your trust. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, please just call me Blue. I'm afraid I cannot, my lady, for that would be improper. Please? If you wish it, then I will make it so, Blue. Thank God. Keep calling me my lady, and it's going to awaken something in me. Okay, good. Now, what's with the whole get-up here? Get-up. The armor? My deepest apologies. It was not my intent to arrive here underdressed. I beg your forgiveness. What do you mean you're underdressed? You're in a full suit of armor. This set is hardly more than ceremonial. Lady Sylvie gifted it to me as a gesture of goodwill, and I wear it with pride. Alas, it is ill-suited for the trials of battle. A fine display, to be sure, yet lacking the weight and reinforcement required of true combat gear. Okay, I mean, I can see that, but, like, you know, I guess for an introduction, we didn't really need to take on the full armor set. I'm just checking something. Okay. Lady Sylvie deemed my true armor too imposing for daily wear. Intimidating, I believe she said. Rest assured, should the need for battle arise, I shall be ready. The armor gifted by Lady Sylvie may shine with splendor, but my true steel lies close at hand, prepared to serve. You know my aunt? One moment. The knight tilted her head slightly, then reached up to pull the helmet free from her head. For a moment, her face was obscured by the shadow of the morning light, but then she shook her head. Oh my gosh, hello. Love the hair. You watched on in amazement as waist-long hair tumbled free in soft waves, brushing over the polished shoulders of her armor, framing a serene, resolute face. Her eyes met yours, clear and steady. Holy shit. Where did all that hair come from? And also, how does it not look like you've been wearing a helmet? Because obviously you have been, but your hair looks perfect. I feel like there's so much to unpack here. Please forgive the dramatic display, Blue. Helmets do little to flatter, but duty requires practicality, even at the cost of appearance. To answer your previous question, before making your acquaintance, I was in service to Lady Sylvie. With your arrival, it passes on to you. Do not fret, I will not stand in your way. You will hardly know I am here, but while you are in this town, I will protect you and this store with my life. I'm not totally sure that will be necessary, but thank you. I am but a humble servant. Your thanks is kind, though unnecessary. Okay, yeah, okay, so we're meeting Lucille the Knight. Great. I was wondering if we would get another character introduced this early in the morning. This is great for our third day here. I'm excited to see kind of more the dynamic between our characters here. I wonder if like Lucille, for example, will like stick around and like talk a lot in terms of like we'll have lots of social interaction, or is she going to be more in like, you know, wallflower and like watching us like a hawk, but like trying to protect us type of a thing? We'll see. You watch as Lucille, now helmetless, takes her place beside the doorway, sword strapped to her hip. I guess that answers my question. I must also beg your forgiveness for not being present upon your arrival. I have had troubles with one of the contraptions in my place of living, what Lady Sylvie calls my apartment. A contraption? Yes, a magical device that produces water as if from thin air. I believe a curse was put on it, and water began to flood as far as the eye could see. Oh, flooding in your apartment, that does not sound fun. Fortunately, a sorcerer removed the curse, and now it works as intended. Does she mean her sink broke? Okay. You work with my aunt, but your sink broke yesterday, so you couldn't come to greet me. That is correct, indeed. So you live nearby? Yes, though I am not originally from this town. Oh, me either. We have something in common, then. I hail from the kingdom of Valand, which was once present in these lands. Okay. I've never heard of Kingdom of Valand. I'm assuming Blue hasn't either. Never mind. I see that you are still in your night clothes. Do you require help in dressing? Huh? Are you offering to undress me right now? I believe that getting dressed requires one to first be undressed, yes. You need not question my intentions. They are entirely pure. I only wish to serve. Oh. It's too early for this. I think I'll be okay, as we blush. I'll go get dressed and come back in a minute. Please, take all the time you need, my... Blue. I will guard the store in your absence. Does Florian know about Lucille? I would think so if Lucille's met Aunt Sylvie. Lucille took her helmet back from where she'd put it aside, then slid it back into place. There's someone claiming to be a knight standing in my store, and for some reason, I feel like the strange one right now. You headed back upstairs. Okay, time to change and come back down. Slipping off your pajamas, you shook your head. You'd never met a knight before. You were beginning to feel like maybe this was all one long extended dream. To be honest, I kind of dig it though. I did want different things, right? I mean, this is a lot different, but yeah. Can't get more different than a knight waking you up at 6 in the morning and pledging allegiance to you. That is true. Lucille still stood by the door, posture perfect. She almost looked like one of the antiques on display. How's keeping order going? Well, Blue, No one intruded on your establishment while you were absent. I remain vigilant. Thanks, Lucille. Keep up the good work. I guess I'll just get into it. Let's see what to do today. Ooh, we gotta price items. Pricing items. Welcome to the Willowmist Emporium, Blue. How pricing works. Each item in your inventory has a hidden value range. Your job is to pick a price within that range. At first, pricing might feel like guesswork, but you'll get better as you go. Smart skills. Your smarts skill helps you estimate prices more accurately. When your smarts is low, you only have a rough idea of what something is worth. As smarts increases, your valuation gets sharper, making it easier to spot a good deal and avoid overpricing. Okay, makes sense. Item quality. Items come in different quality levels: poor, normal, good, or perfect. Higher quality items fetch higher prices. Makes sense. Daily routine. Set and adjust prices before each shift. 2. See how customers respond to your prices. 3. Learn from the results and adjust prices for next time. Okay? Drag and drop items to your schedule. Florian, nap please. It's time for a fresh start. Bills. Should I man the counter and then clean the store later? Or should I clean the store? Spend time selling antiquities. Goodbye, dust. I feel like Florian comes in the afternoon, but should I like help clean that? I'm gonna do this. Okay. I don't think there's anything else for me to do at the moment. And I need to pay my bills. And currently it is sunny. It's just cute. Okay, let's open the shop. Let's see. You drop the full bucket of steaming soapy water onto the wooden floor, sighing as the weight left your shoulders. Phew. I wonder when the last time this floor got mopped was. I always see Florian sweeping, but... You drag the heavy mop across the floor, making long, looping motions. Blue, you wield that mop with all the grace and power of a master swordsman. However, if I may offer a suggestion. Please, I'm all ears. Lucille then smiled, then walked behind you, gently reaching around as if she was going to embrace you, but instead she took hold of the mop. Her arms looped around your body. Like this. With a gentle, graceful motion, she swirled the mop across the floor. The secret is not to swing, but to caress. The water should glide across the floor as effortlessly as the wind through the leaves. Very poetic. I didn't realize mopping was a part of being a knight. A knight must be able to wield any tool with grace. Long before I was allowed to hold a sword, I was instructed to hold a broom. So you're saying that once I've mastered the mop, you'll teach me how to swing a sword? It would be my greatest honor. I suppose that means you'll have to stop hugging me then. That's a bummer. We flirt. At that, she pulled back suddenly and sharply, retracting her arms and standing upright. My apologies, Blue. That was not my intention. Please forgive my impropriety. No, it's fine. It's not every day a beautiful woman holds me close. I should be thanking you. I was like, where's the Lucille blushing character face expression sprite? Lucille turned and cleared her throat. There was a slight pinkness to her cheeks. Inwardly, you laugh. It was such a delight to fluster Lucille. He took the mop back in hand and tried to apply her technique. Handiwork check. Start mopping. DC medium 10, your bonus 1. Okay, I don't know what this means, but we're going to try our best. Click to roll. I have 8. 2 plus 5, 7 plus 1 is 8. That's pretty good. You managed to do an alright job, but it definitely wasn't as pretty as when Lucille did it. Still, you suppose the floor was cleaner now. Yay, we got 22 XP and the store cleanliness increased. Woohoo! Okay, great. The door chimes the door chimes rang as someone, clad in protective gear, once again entered the store. You look down at your watch, 11:58 a.m. Perfect time for a break. Is it Dorian? Not Dorian. Is it Florian? Hi, Florian. Morning. Sir Florian, one can hardly call it morning any longer. Do the morning sun's rays offend you so grievously? You cannot bring yourself to join us until they have waned. Lucille crossed her arms, the distinct sound of metal scraping against metal. She looked menacing like that, with her helmet still on. Florian just shrugged. It didn't seem he found her menacing at all. Yeah, nice to see you too. I don't know why you're acting all surprised. I've always started in the afternoon. Look at them both, covered from head to toe. A knight rises with the dawn, ready to meet the day's challenges head on, yet you appear content to let half the battle pass you by. I'll leave the night shit for the night, if that's all right. Lucille placed her hands on her hips, tilting her helmet-covered head slightly as if considering him. Do you not feel some obligation to lend your strength to the morning's labors? The store requires diligence at all hours, not merely those convenient to you. Lucky you're here, then. I don't do mornings. If Sylvie doesn't care, I don't know why you do. Very well. If your current arrangement serves the store well, I shall not press further. But do consider that your efforts, no matter the hour, reflect your honor and dedication to this establishment. I don't think mopping floors is all that honorable, but sure, whatever. Honor comes with every job, Sir Florian. Whether one wields a blade or arranges wares, it is the spirit in which the task is performed that matters most. Do carry on, then, but know that the dawn is a most inspiring sight, should you ever choose to witness it. I wonder if Florian and Lucia would ever get along, but seemingly they don't. Florian also doesn't seem to get along with a bunch of people, and probably, like he was saying, was closest. For, like, not that he was the closest to Aunt Sylvie, like he is the closest person in her circle, but, like, maybe in his circle, that's who he was closest to. Or he is, rather. I don't know why I'm saying it in the past tense. But it would be interesting to see, like, these different characters get to know each other better, but I can definitely sense a tension that these two are very different in how they conduct their lives, which is fine. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day. Good. I trust we shall work together most admirably today. I mean, at least I like that Lucille's more chatty in overall than Florian or Emmett, but again, those are pretty low bars, so um, it's okay. I just think we would get lonely if we didn't have anyone to really talk to in the store, personally. Anyways, when Lucille went back to standing by the door, you used the opportunity to catch Florian by the wrist and pull him aside. Yeah, we gotta ask about last night. Florian! He pulled his wrist away from you, eyes on the ground. Ah, right. I forgot about last night. We'll cross that bridge when I've dealt with the elephant in the room. I'm guessing you've met Lucille before. Hard not to, seeing as she's always here. Maybe you can explain to me why there's someone in a full suit of armor in her store then. Please. Trust me, that's not her full suit of armor. You should have seen her when she first turned up. Sylvie hired her a few months back. My aunt did. Yeah. That's what she does. Takes in strays. We don't really need any, we really don't need an armored guard for an antique store, but she got the job anyway. I guess it gives her something to do. Why does she think she's a knight? Because she is one, apparently. I don't know. She looks like a knight to me. How could she be a knight? She has a sword. Is that the only requirement for knighthood? Okay, fine. She has a sword. Sorry. Okay, fine. She has a sword. Can't argue with that. Hmm. Huh. Listen, about last night. I. Florian looked back down to the ground again, avoiding eye contact for a few moments before sighing and looking back to you. I'm scared of blood. Okay, I talked in the last episode how this is possibly something he could tell us. Are you sure you're scared of blood? Maybe F is for someone else. I literally thought vampire, because if you don't know me already and you haven't seen any of the games that I played that involve rather vampires, you don't know that I am someone who likes to have them in the story every now and again. And I wouldn't mind if Florian was a vampire. He potentially could be a vampire, or he could be someone who's scared of blood. So we'll see. And also doesn't like sunlight, and also prefers the afternoon slash the evening. He does come in the afternoon. He doesn't like to work. He's here. It's not like he's completely avoiding it. So he doesn't have to be a vampire, but he could be a vampire who's afraid of blood. There's nothing wrong with that either. But okay, we'll just take this for what it is, because I I think this would be very interesting. Anyways, it's fine. He's telling us something vulnerable, so let's believe him. Huh? That's all it was. I was surprised. Sorry. Oh, you should have said something. I wasn't trying to scare you. No, forget that. I apologize. I should have dealt with it myself. Huh? Look at his face, he's shook. Blushing. Come here. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. It was a light touch. He was careful not to hurt you as he pulled you towards the counter. Then he left you for a moment before returning with the same first aid kit you used yesterday. Have you procured Have you procured an injury, Sir Florian? Shall I fetch a physician? No, I got it handled. I'm fine, Florian. It's a tiny cut. I already fixed it up. You're supposed to change it twice a day. I am? So it heals properly. Huh. I didn't know that. I guess I'll just sit down, he says as he blushes. Cute. He dug through the wooden box, pulling out some antiseptic and a new bandage. Yeah, did we put antiseptic on our wound yesterday? I don't know. You really don't need to. I should be able to do this much. I have to. Sylvie said I should do shit like this. At that, you shut your mouth. I mean, he's trying. Florian looked so serious in that moment, like this was about more than just a band-aid. He sat you down on the edge of the counter, then peeled away your old bandage after putting on a pair of disposable gloves. Florence, oh my god, I feel like I'm just okay. Whatever. Florian grimaced, almost putting up his nose at the sight of your cut, which really wasn't too bad at all. Luckily, it also didn't hurt. You sat there quietly as he performed his tasks like a ritual, putting the antiseptic on your cut, which stung like a bitch. Really? Then covering it again with an adhesive bandage. I would assume it wouldn't hurt, since we said that, but maybe it did when you put the antiseptic liquid on it, which also makes sense. Thanks, Florian. It's not a big deal. Then why does it feel like one? I really did see someone in my room last night. Whoever she was, she disappeared when I broke my glass. Well, I don't know. Maybe the place is haunted. You think? Or maybe you just imagined it. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Right. Yeah, work. Thanks again, Florian. Yay, we're getting closer. Okay, afternoon time. We're selling things at the shop. You were standing behind the counter, double checking the amount of change currently in the register when you heard the bell next to the door chime. You looked up with the brightest, most show-stopping smile you've ever mustered, just in time to see A full-size llama walking in through your door, then turning around and facing you. It didn't seem to care that this was an antique store, not a petting zoo. It just chewed on some grass. What the... Florian? A mess of dark hair popped out from the storeroom. What is it? Did you buy a llama? Why would I buy a llama? I don't know. I'm just making sure. I did not buy this llama. Do you usually have a llama problem around here? No. There was one time a cat walked in, but I've never even seen a llama before. Oh. Lucille? Lucille approached, armor glistening in the sun, then stared down the beast. It stared back. Though I know not where this creature has appeared from, perhaps we could train it to be a valiant steed. I mean, that's a good idea. If you got on that thing in all of that armor, its back would just snap. You have no faith, Master Florian. It is not only the strength of body that matters, but the strength of character, of soul. Soul and character aren't going to hold 40 pounds of metal. I hate to admit it, but I think I have to agree. Plus, I'm sure this llama belongs to someone already. Look. You pointed towards the pink collar I was wearing. It stared back at you, still chewing. A shame. Back in my home, I had a most noble steed. She was a true beauty, a creature of strength and honor. I had hoped to find such companionship again. Maybe you should be looking for a horse, not a llama. Let us pray that our next visitor is a horse, then. I don't know if that would be better or worse than a llama. A horse might kick over the displays my aunt so lovingly crafted. You know what? Maybe we should invest in a store horse. Now you're about it? Gosh. Sir Florian, this establishment is a wondrous place filled with treasures of the past. You would not truly wish to see it destroyed, surely? Destroyed? Nah, but we could lose a few of these treasures and nobody would notice. I think I'm going to go look for the owner now. Okay. You lead the llama by the collar back out through the door while Lucille and Florian argued behind you. Okay, maybe we'll meet someone new. You found your way back to the center of town, and fortunately the llama didn't put up any resistance. You stroked its fluffy orange-brown fur, cute, then looked around for someone who seemed like they were missing a llama. Look for the llama's owner. Smarts check. Okay. Come on, give me something good. Oh, we got 10. Did we do it? It didn't take you long to find an older gentleman with weathered sun-kissed skin and a kind face. He wore his silver hair tied back loosely, and a short but full beard was peppered with white. He had the look of a shepherd, and when you approached him, you noticed he wore a multicolored stone necklace vaguely in the shape of a llama. Bingo! Excuse me. Vega, my sweetest girl, did you wander off again? Oh, is she yours? I'm sorry, we just noticed her come in through our store door. She was very well behaved, though. Yes, she is quite the good girl. The best, even. I'm glad she was no trouble for you. She has always had a curious mind and likes to explore. She's attracted to those with good energy. Which is how I'm guessing she found her way to you. To me? Vega is an excellent judge of character. And I can see now why she brought me to meet you. I suppose she's something of a matchmaker, then. Of a sort. She's a guardian, too. A guide. I've spent many years traveling and met many wonderful people along the way. And she has helped each and every one of them. You are no different. You can call me Urku, by the way, though it is but one nickname of many. I'm Blue. It's a pleasure to meet you in Vega. She feels the same, and thank you for keeping her safe. He leaned forward and patted Vega's head, and she made a gentle sound, nuzzling her head into his hand. Now then, Vega, are you ready to continue our journey? Vega gave a loud bray and started walking, leading the way. I must thank you again, young one. Your energy is strong, and your kindness is apparent. Perhaps we will meet again someday. You waved as they walked away, both a little surprised and confused at the entire encounter, when you noticed something left on the bench, a large bunch of wildflowers and a very crisp $50 note. Should we try to give it back? Okay. You pick them up quickly and rush in the direction that Urkru and Vega left in a moment ago, but don't find any trace they were ever there in the first place. Even asking around nearby, no one mentions ever seeing them. Confused, you find your way back to the store with the money and flowers and wonder if the whole encounter had been a dream. Oh, well, I guess we have $50 now and 61 plus experience. Great. Does that count as manning the counter? Inventory. Vintage stuffed rabbit, probably not haunted. Owl plate, you stare, it stares back. Who will win the staring competition? Wearing Christmas bells brooch. Wearing this, it can be Christmas all year round. Okay, like common. Normal. I want to say $20. I don't know, it's kind of cute bear. It's like vintage. Maybe like $25. Okay, wait, how do I write that? Oh, just 25. We're gonna see. And then you're kind of a cool plate. They're all common. But I do think like a plate like this, I'm gonna say 50. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. We're gonna, and then I would say 20. Okay. Okay, we did that. Great. You get seated behind the counter, ready for today's customers. The bell chimes and a customer comes in. It's Quinn. A fantastic day to you, Blue. Welcome. Alas, nothing calls to me today, but tomorrow may sing a different tune. Okay, that's fair. Until next time, may your day be seasoned with joy. Yeah, see you next time. Bye, Quinn. The customer leaves the store. The bells chime and another customer comes inside. It's Emmett. Hello. Hello, Miss Marigold. I trust your day is well. Welcome. Vintage stuffed rabbit has more charm than I'd like to admit. I believe a fairer price would be $12. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Can I counter offer? Sure. To like, oh, you can do more. What about $14? How about $14? Fair enough. I'll buy it. Okay, great. Cool. Yay, we sold the vintage stuffed rabbit that's probably not haunted to Emmett. I mean, cool for you. I'll be back to review things later. Okay. See you next time. The customer leaves the store. You saw 2 customers today, but no one else is coming now. Okay. I mean, we had those 3 different items, so I guess we also have to go buy different items at some point. As the sun crested the horizon and day slowly began to turn into night, you turned your open sign to closed. Phew, another day down. It was pretty busy today. Yeah, I guess. Some days are like that. Other days we're just twiddling our thumbs until we can go home. Frankly, that's more like what I was expecting. I thought an antique store in the countryside wouldn't have a lot of activity. Would an antique store in the city have any more activity? Maybe. Antiques and thrifting and stuff are pretty popular these days. I always thought it was only old people who liked antiques. What? You don't like them? Looks like a load of junk to me. Okay. What about you, Lucille? Junk? You should not say such things, Sir Florian. I really wish you'd just call me Florian. Lady Sylvie has spent her lifetime curating this collection of fascinating oddities. It would do you well to hold your tongue if it only spits distaste. Oddities is one word for all this crap. I mean, you do you, but is there a reason you work here if you don't care about the store? I care about the store and the owner. I don't care about antiques. Your aunt helped me through some shit. Gave me this job when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I have to be into used lampshades and rusty axes. Fair. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of it being busy, though, how do I go about finding more things to sell? We'll run out of things soon enough unless I start pillaging the decorations. I don't know. Go steal from someone's trash can. What a great idea. Do I look like a raccoon to you? Do you really want me to answer that? I do not think you look like a raccoon, Blue. Mayhaps you have more qualities similar to a red panda. Your red coat is divine. Thanks, Lucille. I'm glad someone here appreciates me. Your aunt had a few different avenues for her junk, I think. I don't really know the specifics. She does have an attic filled with it, though. You can pick through that. Might find something. Or you might find nothing. That seems more likely. Ooh, an attic. I do wonder, also, sorry, thinking about the counter offering, that's nice. I wonder if you're allowed to do it a couple of times before the customer gets, like, upset. But, like, I didn't, I don't know. I should have played around with that a bit more, but we'll see. Anyways, I think it's a good idea to go into the attic and check stuff out. Yeah, Sylvie's been meaning to sort it out for ages. If you get injured trying to work through the mess, it won't be my problem, though. I can dig out the key and show you tomorrow. Thanks, that sounds great. At that moment, your stomach let out a low grumble. Oh, right. Do you guys know Quinn? The chef guy? Yeah, I guess. You couldn't sound less interested. Florian rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. He's nice or whatever. We just don't get along. I don't know. I guess we're two different of people or something. Sir Quinn is an excellent cook who makes feasts fit for royalty. Lady Sylvie did well in seeking his companionship. Companionship. Interesting. He invited me to his restaurant to try a new recipe tonight. I nearly forgot about it. Have fun with it. Aw, not even a little bit interested? I'm not hungry. I've got work to do anyway. What? Sweeping the floors you've been sweeping all day? It'll be fun. For you, maybe. Anyway, bye. Have fun or whatever. Okay, bye. At that, Florian left the room. I also want to check my inventory. Okay, this is that. And then, hold on. Stats. Blue. We have 1 of charm, smarts, luck, handiwork, and style. Okay, and then can we click on people? We can click on different people that we've met. How do we know that they're single? Oh my gosh, Florian, it was just your birthday. Shop assistant, single, an employee of the Willowmist Emporium who seems to work more than sleep. He doesn't do anything with enthusiasm, but he does get his work done. Not a fan of mornings. Okay, different resume things. Emmett is an accountant. Your birthday is this month. single and accountant who worked with your aunt before you ever took over. Prefers to keep things strictly professional. Very good at his job. A knight, also single, also birthdays in December. How fun! A self-proclaimed time-traveling knight from the kingdom of Valand, allegedly. Works as the Willowmist Emporium's bodyguard despite the town being very safe. And then we have at least 2 more people. February 29th, your leap year baby. A baby. A student who lives in Willowmist with a peculiar outlook on the world. She seems to be able to slip in anywhere and fit in. Okay. But does that really tell us anything? It just tells about the people. It doesn't like, you know, if this was like if I'm thinking about those like romance genre, like visual novels or dating sims, it's not like telling you how much affection you've garnered with this person, which is fine. Okay, let's go back. This is us. At that, Florian left the room. Lucille? I would be honored, Blue. In truth, I had already considered offering to accompany you should you require a guardian for the evening. It is only fitting that I ensure your safety even over a meal. It's just dinner. I don't think I need a guard. Just a friend, if that's all right with you. A knight's duty is not bound by circumstance. Whether it be a dinner or a battle, I would gladly be your shield. But a friend. Blush, blush. Indeed, I would enjoy the company. Perfect. I still haven't managed to take a look around, so having a guide will save me from getting too lost. Sir Florian has not offered to show you around the settlement. Truly. Well, then please, allow me to escort you through the town and show you its finest landmarks. No harm shall come to you while I am by your side. Great. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make a whole night of it. A night of it? I meant... Sure, a night of it. That's funny. Ooh, we're gonna go see Quinn, too, after we check out the town, I assume? Okay. The town of Willowmist glowed softly under the moon as you and Lucille stepped out onto the main street. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the faintest hint of blooming jasmine, that smells good, and the earthy scent of the forest also smells good, just beyond the town's edge. Somewhere, a distant clock chimed the hour, its tones mellow and unhurried. You couldn't help but think that time seemed to feel slower here. There really was no need to rush, was there? It is a brilliant night for a stroll. Though the weather has begun to cool off, remnants of autumn still remain. Leaves crunched under both of your footfalls pleasantly, singing farewell to their passing season. So, Lucille, how long have you lived in Willowmist? I believe it has been around 3 months now, give or take. Wow, that's very recent. What brought you to town? It is a long and peculiar tale, Blue. One I am not certain you will believe. But if you wish to hear it, I should tell it true. This must be related to why she thinks she's a knight. I'd be happy to hear it. Very well. 3 months ago, I was not in Willowmist. In fact, I was not in this world at all. At least, not as it is now. I hail from a time long past, an age of kings and castles, of honor and oaths sworn beneath banners fluttering in the wind. You stared at her, still trying to gauge whether she was pulling your leg or not, but Lucille looked completely and utterly serious. I was engaged in a most dire battle when the world itself seemed to shift beneath me. One moment I stood upon the battlefield. The next, I awoke amidst the unfamiliar sights and sounds of this town. Okay. But did you die? Is that like a isekai moment where, you know, you die, but then you get transported to a different world? Or was there some sort of magical sense in the place that you're battling and you've happened to find it, and that's how you got transported here? Among other possibilities, of course. I like to think I'm easygoing, but time travel is a lot to take in. I understand your doubt, and yet I have no reason to deceive you. This armor, these weapons, even my manner of speech, all relics of an age long forgotten. Surely you have noticed their antiquity. You're being serious, aren't you? I swear it upon my honor. When I arrived, I had no knowledge of this place or this time. The world I knew was gone, replaced by one of strange machines and customs. She can't seriously be telling the truth, right? I mean, this is a really intense commitment to the bit if she is lying to us, but I don't think she is. A potential ghost in the store, sure. A time-traveling knight? But I guess she really doesn't have a reason to lie to me. I'll just go along with it for now. That's kinda nuts, you know? Indeed, it is kinda nuts. How'd you manage to adjust? That must have been, a lot of change. With great difficulty, I assure you. Your aunt was the first to show me kindness. She took me in, clothed me, and taught me the ways of this new world. Were it not for her, I might have been lost entirely. Oh. For reasons I cannot explain, I feel as though I was meant to be here. Perhaps fate has a purpose for me still. Damn, that's one way to think about it. You're strong, you know that? Stronger than me. I wish I could go with the flow that easily. I am a knight, Blue. Adaptation and perseverance, or as you put it, going with the flow, are the very essence of survival. I have pledged my service to you, not only out of duty, but because in this unfamiliar land, you have given me purpose, and for that I am grateful. Why do you think you are not strong, Blue? I see no reason to doubt yourself so. Strength is not measured solely by the swing of a blade or the weight of one's armor. It lies in the choices we make, the burdens we carry, and the resolve to continue forward when the path is uncertain. True that. I suppose so. When did you become a knight, Lucille? I was 7 when I was sent to the local lord's castle to begin my training. 7? That's so young. I'm 26 now. I feel like I've done nothing with my life in fear that I would choose wrong. Been there. So much time has passed me by. I've seen friends start families, get married, climb the career ladder. But I'm still the same as I was 8 years ago. And that's okay. That does answer my question of how old we are. Though I think it was stated in the synopsis that we're 26. But it is good to get this like insight of like how we're feeling about where we are in our life. But choices just have positives and negatives, but there's nothing really that says you could choose wrong overall. But you know what? That is a very mid-20s person thing to think. So you'll get there, Blue. Is that why you chose to come to Willowmist? It felt like something I could do, a choice I could make. So I guess so. When I began my training as a squire, a trainer once said to me that there is no shame in fear, only surrendering to it. Your path forward may be unclear at times, Blue, but it is there all the same. Time spent on the journey is no waste. I like that. Okay, yes, I agree with you, Lucille. Oh, we get hints. You have a way with words, you know that. We're gonna flirt with everyone. That's... Thanks, Lucille. You really know how to charm someone. You know that? Charm? You honor me with your words. I merely speak from the heart. If it brings you some degree of comfort, then that is well. See? You're still doing it. The way you speak, it's so romantic. Romantic. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're just so effortlessly charming. I fear I have never thought of myself as charming. From a young age, my instructors considered me too harsh of tongue. You? There's no way we're talking about the same Lucille. I only strive to be honest and sincere in my words and actions. Though, if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I consider it a gift I am glad to share. Man, 5 minutes with you, and even someone with a stone heart would fall in love. Fall for me? Surely you jest. I am merely a knight, unaccustomed to such notions of romance. My duty is to protect and serve, not to inspire affection, she says as she blushes. Cute. Well, consider me inspired. You watched as Lucille blinked a few times in surprise, her usual steady composure faltering for just a moment. Your words are most gracious, Blue. You have my thanks. I fear I've spoken too much and nearly forgot the purpose of our excursion. This way, allow me to introduce you to the fine establishments of Willowmist. Okay. That was fun. The two of you side by side continued onwards through the town center. As you passed a brightly lit building, Lucille gestured towards it. Behold, the farmer's market. It is most curious. It is found indoors. In my day, one would venture to an open square at dawn, yet here the bounty of the land is neatly contained beneath a roof. I must admit it lacks the charm of market stalls, but the convenience is notable. It is open nearly no matter the hour. Oh, that's really cool. Ah, a grocery store. Yes, I believe that is what Lady Sylvie referred to it as. Ah, I see. Further along, Lucille slowed her steps in front of a small clothing store. Its mannequins posed in stylish outfits, many of which were winter coats. It would start to get cold soon, wouldn't it? And here we have the local tailor. Their wares may lack the intricate embroidery of royal finery, but they seem practical and well made. If you have need of garments for the winter, I would advise you to pay a visit. Maybe we could take a look together sometime. I would be honored, Boo. She led you onward, pausing briefly outside a plain brick building with a glowing green cross above its entrance. An apothecary, though I have yet to have need of their services. The potions they prepare must be most potent at this age, with all the modern tools at their disposal. I'm not sure they use potions exactly, but medicine has probably come a long way. I can only imagine. I pray we do not have to find out any time soon. Yeah, let's try to stay healthy for the next few months at least, right? You have my word. Ah, across the way. Lucille nodded to a squat building with darkened windows. The local woodwright's workshop is just over yonder. His craftsmanship is impressive, worthy of a noble commission even, but... But? It is nothing in particular. The master crafter simply gives me a certain sense of unease I cannot place. I do not doubt his skill, but there is certainly something about him that seems unnatural. However, in this town, that is not such a strange thing. I'll keep that in mind if we ever run into each other. You humble me by taking heed of my words. My thanks. Now, Sir Quinn's dining establishment is just ahead. Okay. Ooh, cute. Very adorable. Okay. I think that now that we made it to Quinn's place, this is basically end of day 3, but I do think it's probably going to take a bit more time than I have right now to get there. So I'm going to leave this for the next video, and it's very exciting because I have been looking forward to having dinner and trying the new food that Quinn is the new dish, the crimson risotto, I think it is, that he has made, and also just, getting to know a fellow person who's very kind and sociable. Not that the others aren't kind and sociable. I mean, Lucille is, but definitely, you know who I'm talking about, Florian and Emmett. But this would be good for us. So I'll save it for next time. and that's something to look forward to. But if you like the video so far, press the like button and let me know what you think of the story so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad that we have met Lucille and that we kind of have seen a bit more of the game mechanisms for buying and selling for the shop and cleaning and all that. So that's really fun, and the way that we get to roll dice to like see how successful our actions are, that's really fun. I'm assuming that's like Dungeons and Dragons. I don't actually play, but like that's my understanding of Dungeons and Dragons. You have to get like a certain number, and the closer you are, slash like the minute you have to meet a certain threshold, then that means you'll be successful. Otherwise, you don't win or at the action that you want. But anyways, I digress. Press the like button if you like the video, and if you'd like to see more of me playing the demo of the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. That is what it's called, right? I think so. Then feel free to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.